And boom, we're live. Okay.
Boom.
So
Yeah.
first thing, a really quick little introduction. So this is the NOODGE. This is actually the second time I've done this, calling it the NOODGE. For the longest time, I did do promo streams here and there, and for various periods, it would be like consistent, like weekly almost. But it never had a name. If people back while we're live, while we're promoting, then we call it the Narwhal NOODGE, which is like a wrestling move. It's kind of like getting elbowed, but instead of pain, it's pleasure. And
Yeah.
so if you get nooged, then that's good. So that's what we're hoping. So people who are here early, like Jolly Maromi, Dale, a lot, another thing, this is like I've noticed is I do, because you guys reached out to me for cross promotion, and there
Mhm.
is a kind of an audience thing where I bet you guys that my audience might not know about your books yet, which is, if that's true, then that is like really good and that's very productive. Even if tonight, if we don't get backers, it's like you're getting eyes on it and people are aware of it. Then it
Yeah.
starts percolating in their head. Maybe they'll back later. And even speaking of that too, Moonshine is 37 hours to go. So this is kind of in the final stretch.
Mhm.
So and look at this too. It's actually quite close to the goal.
Yeah.
So when it gets that close, you what my dad had a term he said the other day. He called it I think he called it summit vision or something like that.
Mhm.
Where if you can see the summit, you start going crazy because you'll hike too much because you know it'll be just there and you can die from exhaustion. And all of
Yeah.
a sudden you can like see it. But that's what
Yeah.
in this case Tony should die from exhaustion of promoting. That's what he's doing. He's on his last legs right now,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we're trying to get everyone in here.
It's a
Yeah.
lot of work, man.
Yeah.
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 So sorry. So I got Tony and we got Critical Reads, aka John. So Tony, do you want to give a quick intro?
Yeah. Just to me or also the project?
You and the project. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm Tony James. I'm a writer. My previous series is called Star Noir, which is done pretty well. We're almost done with the third book in that series. That's like LA Confidential meets the X-Files. This is Moonshine. This is Tombstone meets Aliens. It's a lunar western, obviously set on the moon. It's about this retired rover, or what we call them rovers. I was a retired outlaw that recruits his former posse to go on a suicide mission to the far side to repair a harvester that's producing this element called helium-3, which is an energy source created by the sun that gives the moon its energy, all the civilizations and whatnot. So there's aliens that come out of the ground. There's rival gangs. There are robotic horses that are inspired by the Boston Dynamics robots, and even kind of blended with some motorcycle chopper culture. So each of these robotic horses have like a unique design by these outlaws. So they go on this suicide mission. Oh, what's up, Bancroft? So yeah,
Bancroft in the chat. What up?
it's just a love letter to westerns. I love of Tombstone, Deadwood, Red Dead Redemption, and just trying to figure out how to tell kind of like a sci-fi adventure in which the it still feels like a western through and through. Even the dialogue has that elongated way of speaking that you would see in something like Deadwood or The Hateful Eight. So it's a six part series. This is the first book. Each book is about 50 pages long. The artist Luke Horseman, he draws Judge Dredd for 2000 AD. He's amazing. Gonzalo Ruggieri, he is colored some stuff for Image. Yeah, it's just a really, really incredible team. Really kind of epic journey to the far side of the moon. There's a lot of mystery and intrigue, a lot of government shenanigans. The mission they set out is not what they think it is. There's a lot of twists and turns. There's a lot of graves that are buried along the way, a lot of graves that are made along the way. Yeah, like $700 away from our goal. Yeah, it's a great series.
Did you say how many issues will it be total?
Six books. Yeah, each one will be about 50 pages.
Okay, so it'll be kind of pretty epic art, graphic novel
Yeah,
art
yeah, just like Star Noir, each book is pretty meaty.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, it looks great. I was thinking, yeah, I was talking to some other people that tell me if you guys agree even, but I feel like indie comics, crowdfunding comics have gotten pretty good. Like they definitely, this obviously is like competing with the mainstream just straight up, like even just the team you put together and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's kind of
Yeah.
fun. I don't know. Like, I mean, if you go to like 6, 7 years ago, a lot of crowdfunding was like people doing their first book ever, amateur artists, and there was still some charm to that kind of stuff. And maybe that stuff might still be out there, but now it's like crowdfunding. I'm like, damn, your average crowdfunding book, as far as like a risk, as far as a buyer, a backer to be like, will it please let this be like an entertaining read? It's like a pretty sound bet, I think, these days.
Yeah, I mean, I can only really speak for myself, but yeah, I always try to kind of show as much as possible to the potential backer, so that they kind of back with confidence. I also do updates every 2 weeks, so you're always hearing from me. I'm always showing new pages and kind of letting people know. I love that. I love that, Bancroft. Thank you for the support. Um, I try to stay in touch with the backers as much as possible, always kind of showing the new pages. So, with the previous books of Star Noir, we're in communication from the end of the campaign to here are your tracking notifications for your books. And I think that really kind of instills some confidence in a backer, knowing that they take it seriously.
Yeah. What about Bancroft? He says it looks like an image book. Do you have plans or thoughts or aspirations for a path like that post direct to customer kind of
Yeah,
crowdfunding?
I would always give it a shot. I think publishing is when you don't have like a massive following, I think it's a little tougher. I wish it would just be, like kind of the old days where it was like it just like a really cool book and that would kind of carry you in. But now it's more like it's great that the book is high quality, and I love that. But I think it's like social following also kind of is an important factor in publishing, in
Yeah.
modern publishing.
Well, and
Uh,
even as far as crowdfunding, it's like, so right now it's kind of blind. Then you release one, and then people, hopefully there's like some word of mouth, and that can build. And then two,
yeah.
you can kind of build as you go. But it is funny because crowdfunding, you have to work. It's like a catch-22. You have to kind of work backwards like that. You have to get the
Yeah.
following without people knowing the book,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the book
yeah.
can't actually help really until
And
later.
yeah, and then yeah, just so I think for now it's just kind of building the following, letting people, read Moonshine, get a full sense of it. And then yeah, of course I'll pitch it. It's just it's really up to them.
Yeah. Yeah, and K-pop says everyone is, I call it double dipping. I don't know if everyone calls it that, or but
Hmm.
and I imagine like that's even like Mark Miller just crowdfunded Psychic Sam,
Yeah.
and that did 6 figures, and that is going to get published by Dark Horse. So like
Hmm.
yeah, that's like double, he double dips. Everyone I feel like is starting to do it. And they call it direct to customer too. It's like people are starting to use the term crowdfunding less, because
Yeah.
direct to customer sounds more competitive with the mainstream in a weird way.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, so real quick, let's check in with John and Wingless, and then we'll kind of cycle back and do a little deep dive on each campaign. One
Yeah.
thing I want to do too is I want to watch your guys' trailers, and I realize I have to like reshare, and then we might have to be quiet because it's weird. I don't know if I share, then it echoes or something. But if we don't talk, I think it should be fine. And my internet, we got to make sure my internet. But if people, if for some reason it doesn't work on my end, everyone, both these campaigns have really awesome trailers. So keep that in mind. So,
Cool.
John, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Yeah,
Uh,
want to give us a little intro to like you and some background history, and then the
yeah, for
Wingless
sure.
project.
Yeah, I've been in comics for about like 7 years. I've been like purely indie. I guess the story I have is a little bit rare, but I was kind of born into indie comics. So I didn't come from like mainstream or anything like that. I actually got into comics when I was like 18, 19, and it was just through I had written a bunch of stuff over the years. I love to create things. So I took those stories and I converted them into script form, got into comics, failed a lot along the way, right? Got to fail to learn, but I ended up getting to where I'm at now, where we're launching the second issue of Wingless. Wingless is about Astro, a red cardinal born without wings in Central Park, and how he's got to navigate those disabilities in a world on the brink of destruction. Is kind of like the tagline. But issue one, we've got like superhero stuff in here. We've got a lot of stuff going on in this book, and I'm super excited. I think it's the best one I've written so far and I'm just hoping to be able to continue the series. So this is issue 2. Issue 1, I recommend going and checking out. You do get issue 1 for free with any tier in this campaign. So even the digital, you automatically get issue 1 for free, and then any of the back books you get issue 1. So you don't have to pay for that. Just something that I've done in the past, and I enjoy doing for people. So I'm excited to get this out to the world. The first issue really sets up the story, the foundation, right? Who Astro is, and some pretty horrible things happen. So this isn't like, I don't want to say it's not a kid book. I mean, I took a lot of inspiration from Don Bluth and like his style of like, story. But it's it's got some dark elements to it, but more or less I've always wanted to write a story about like disabilities and things like that. I've gone through a lot in my own personal life. And can kind of relate to it. My mother's favorite bird is a cardinal, and together this story came together in like this fantasy setting. Don't ask me how or where. I was probably in my work truck just daydreaming. But yeah.
Have you ever seen the One-Armed Swordsman martial arts movies?
I have not. No.
Okay, and then in Japan, there's like they got the blind Zatoichi, the blind swordsman, but that's like there's a long tradition of disabled badasses.
Yeah, I mean,
in martial arts.
Deadpool, man. Deadpool, he's got the disability of being blind, but he's a badass, right? I don't know, and it's weird. I kind of I don't want to get too much into it, but I was really thinking about a story that could compete a little bit more with the TNA kind of stuff that's going on, and I wanted to bring a story that the only thing I could think about was a story about animals. Like everybody loves animals, and I felt like it was the most competitive to that in today's space. So it kind of all came together to create this story, and there's a lot of depth in this. At first it kind of looks like a kiddie book, but there's a lot of depth to this story.
Who is the artist? Are you
the artist? Is Veronica Saracino. She is a Italian artist. It's really hard to when you're trying to put together a story like this to find somebody who can personify an animal, right? I found her because in the background of one of her panels, there was like this animal that was scared and running away. And when I saw, because I could not find somebody who could do this, kind of like, I was like, I'm not going to make this book if I can't find somebody who can do that. And when I saw that, I was like, if she can do that with that little animal in the background, and I felt that fear, maybe she can do this. And she's created all of this from that, right? So I just gave her the script, the story, and she's she's bringing it all to life. So
cool. Yeah, I really like the art, and you're right, it is like Don Bluth-esque.
Yeah. I grew up on all that. Can't believe my parents let me watch it, but I'm happy they did. Looking back on it now, you're like, oh dang, these are some dark themes. But
yeah, he's got there's Rats of Nim was his first movie, and then he's got some in the 90s that are like kind of bad, I think, right?
He had some bad releases, but his hits were like legendary. So it's kind of a good testament to just keep on going, man. You're gonna have bad, you're gonna have good. You just gotta do what you love.
And this is more early Don Bluth than mid 90s.
Yeah,
he did some super kiddie, boring, dumb ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure, man.
Cool. Yeah, this looks awesome. Good to hear about it. Cool. So we'll circle back here. Let me see if I can get these trailers going real fast.
Cool.
And then we'll so as I do that, I'm gonna reshare with audio. So when I do this, it might echo if we talk, but we're not gonna talk too much. So
okay.
Okay.
The Moon, a desolate frontier. Wade Gallows, retired rover, a man haunted by his past, lives a quiet life in the remote town of Caldera. But fate comes a-knocking, as it often does. A chance to ride to the far side to save the moon's energy. The deal isn't without strings. His beloved ranch of chargers hangs in the balance, should he not comply. Caught between the life he's built and the one that still lingers, Wade takes on his suicide mission. He recruits his old posse to brave the moon's many challenges. Rival gangs, aliens, deadly moonquakes. All the while, karma nips at their heels like a cruel mistress. The past never stays buried for long. 5 rovers, 1 scientist, riding into hell's depths to ensure Luna's survival, by hook or by crook. Moonshine is penned by Mr. Tony James, a writer of sorts, a lover of westerns and science fiction. Riding alongside him are his three compatriots, experts in what they do best, just like our rovers. And heck fire, take a gander at those rewards. The exclusives won't be sitting in the saddle for long. Keep an eye on the add-ons as well. Stake your claim with these additional items. Get a move on, cowpokes. Back Moonshine today. It's time to ride like the devil's chasing ya.
Hey, sweet. Is it echoing? Can you guys hear?
No, that was good.
No.
Okay, maybe we're not echoing. I don't know. Chat, let me know if there's an echo because we'll get. But Tony, that's awesome. Yeah, that's a great pitch.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, now I see that. Go now.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna let's watch Wingless and then we'll.
Okay.
What happened here? Don't worry, sir. I only told him where Rakeen is. Told who, Beck? It was Grayson's son. He's alive. Impossible. I watched him fall from the tree that night. If the boy did survive, there's only one Val I know who could train him to fight like his father. Drink. Soon, phase 2 will begin. But first, we have loose ends to destroy.
They all say it hurts to live this way. I don't mind the pain, and I like to feel the shame of it.
Okay, now I'll share without audio. That's awesome too, John.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll bet.
But yeah, so let me circle back to Moonshine. Tony, who did the voice acting? Because that was great.
That's me. I just pitched it down, so I had more gravitas, but I can't go that low. So I just when I was editing it, I just pitched it down a little bit.
Oh, what a trick! Because it totally works. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess you have to have the right intonations and everything. Still at it. You got.
Yeah. There's a video game called Bastion that has a lot of kind of a deep gravelly narration. So I just tried to emulate that as close as possible. And then when I was editing it, I just pitched it down further.
Yeah. Cool. And then who edited the trailer together? Did you do that?
I did. Yeah. I did it all. Edited the video, made the whole campaign page, all the graphics. Yeah. Everything except for the actual comic book.
Nice. That's a good, what do you call it? Vertically integrated skill set for crowdfunding to be able to do all that. And it says you have 7 created. So yeah, you've got some good experience. Like that's a good trailer because it's kind of quick. I mean, you don't want trailers usually like even 3 minutes. Like usually like 1 minute, I'll kind of won't watch.
Yeah, I did. My Star Noir campaigns does like a very like a 1940s like hello, this is my book. So I do that for those other books. So I wanted to kind of keep doing the same vein, but do a Western version.
Yeah, cool.
And people get a real kick out of it. So yeah,
nice. And how about Wingless? What about the voiceovers for that, John?
Yeah, so I hired some voice actors from Fiverr, and I will say I went through quite a few and did not use those voices until we finally got the right one. But I think we hit it the nail on the head. It's so hard to pick a voice for your characters because once you hear it, you're like, crap, like that's the voice, right? And if other people hear it, they're like, when they're reading the book, that's the voice they hear. So I was like really picky, but I think we nailed it.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. I've done a little bit of that, like animation and getting voice actors, and yeah, there's like multiple hurdles because even getting the voice just right, but then getting like the performance can be kind of hard, and then you can feel bad about like hurting their feelings, and it helps more if you're like paying them, then you like, hey, it's not working or whatever.
Yeah. No, I we went through all and we paid him, and then we finally got to the guys that worked. And I've actually worked with a lot of voice actors on Fiverr because I do like animated comic book stuff on my YouTube channel. So I've got like a whole animated series for issue 1 We're halfway through the book in that animated series where we have voice actors actually voice out the comic book and panel by panel and stuff like that. So
Cool. And yeah, it's like once you find them, then that can be, you can keep working with them. So
yeah,
that's half the battle or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
I messed up once. I had like a really gritty teenage character, and then I used the wrong voice actor for him, and then he sounded like some squeaker, and it really ruined the trailer for me. I was like, oh no, why did I do
Oh
that?
yeah. I mean, I guess it's a good lesson to learn. I
Yeah.
mean, sometimes you got to learn it the hard way. Just casting great. I can imagine from, yeah, like if you're making a movie, if you don't get it right, it's like dead on arrival almost. So it's-
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But that's a good skill, I think, to like be honest with yourself, to wait and find the right one can be hard. And that can be true even with artists, actually. Like,
Oh,
have you
yeah.
guys ever had that experience, like getting a little bit into a project and kind of having to pull the plug or make a change or whatever?
Mm.
I did that with one other one, just because my previous series, Star Wars, was so successful. I was trying to do something that was as good or better. And one of the projects it was okay. That's the best way to describe it. So I kind of did have to pull the plug on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I really do like this art though. The Wingless Foul, like the movement on it. Like
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Veronica's amazing, man. And I mean, same kudos to you, man. I love the way your book looks. So I mean, yeah, it goes both ways. But yeah, I mean, that's like they were saying, like Bancroft was saying, I'm looking at Kickstarter and I'm like, this is indies, man.
Yeah. I'm glad you two are the two that kind of randomly reached out to me. And I feel like I've known, and Tony, we've been on a stream with Vaughn. We found out.
Yeah.
And John, I was like, I know Wingless from, I swear I've seen it or whatever. But yeah, so it's kind of random. It's not like I went out there and found 2 books that I really wanted to promote and then told them and then brought them in. It's like you guys just through the culture of cross promotion on Kickstarter, you guys reached out. But I'm like, just from that random sample, both these books are really good. This cover is awesome too, by the way.
I love that.
Oh yeah, thank you. The colorist has this really an interesting kind of blended style that just really kind of gives a lot of grit to this to Luke's lines. But yeah, is Luke's art style. It reminded me a little bit of Danny Warren Johnson. That's what kind of drew me to it in the first place.
Yeah, I can see that.
And he just has like the way that he kind of interprets the script is just really, really. As a writer, I always kind of have like my own kind of like guess of like what the layout might be, and then it's always like a fun reveal when you see what the artist comes up with. And I really like his interpretations. I always kind of feel like they're very strong. What
do your scripts look like? Do you do like page 1, panel 1? Here's the action. Here's the dialogue. Panel 2. Here's the action.
Yeah, I keep it just to like what's important to see. Nothing really about camera angles or anything like that. Just there are 3 people talking. There's a hologram on the table. And then just the relevant dialogue that belongs in that panel. And I try to do my best to kind of like lead it visually, just to kind of show like this is what the progression should be like. But yeah, in terms of angles, how they kind of do the layout, I really leave that up to the artist, because I think that's just kind of the way that you bring the artist into the fold of the project. So you don't feel like you're restricting their creativity.
Yeah. Have you ever had an artist, maybe you have, because you mentioned you already had the one time, but have you ever had like a tension with an artist because you're being too needy, or you're being too, because I can go after you, but 'cause I'm an artist writer, so I have the strong vision, so
yeah.
I'll just tell you my experience. I had a few. It happened twice, and I'm like, it happened early, and kind of early in my writing career, working with artists. I've chilled out a little bit, I think. Plus, I've like done better at like communicating early on, and including, because I've heard some people like in my shoes, a lot of times what they do is they actually literally just include a layout, so you get the script and here's a layout, and then you kind of do whatever you want, because you're going to kind of do pretty close to what I would have envisioned. And I've done that, but I did that once when the artist actually requested it, because there's different artist personalities. So like sometimes they're like, yeah, just tell me what you want. I just want to, be a professional. And then some for sure are like, I want to be the director.
Mm.
You're the writer. Let me be the director. So don't direct.
Yeah.
And I had that but it was both times it was okay, like because we got it early, we went our separate ways, still as friends or whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah, what
Uh,
about you, Tony?
I think probably maybe my first comic. I probably did that just because new writer working with artists, but very precious about the vision. But I think it really always came down to like this is like the experience that's not coming through. This is not like the kind of like emotional like resonance of this particular moment is not really coming through. And I think just kind of trying to kind of get that out of the artist was a little difficult the first time.
Yeah,
Um,
it can depend. Sometimes if you're working with just like an amazing, amazing elite artist, then it's just all out the window and you're just waiting for them to
yeah,
actually. So that there was a ton of pressure when I was working with Mark Miller because for various reasons. But one of the things was I asked him because I said like, okay, so, and I've worked with like your boy Zach before or whatever, and this is what we do is where I send you a layout, then you approve it, and then I'll kind of do final art and from there or whatever. And he's like, nope, I only work with the best, so just do what you do. And I was like, oh, that's like that is in some ways not the best ideal thing, and because it's so much pressure or whatever.
yeah. I think now I just roll with the interpretation of the artist, and luckily I like the interpretation of both my artists for this book and Star Noir. So I really don't have any issues with how they envision the layouts. Because at the it still functions how I want it. It still has the feel that I want. I still feel like everything that the reader's supposed to get out of each page, they're still getting. So the little differences that the artist has with their interpretation, that doesn't bother me too much because we arrive at the same point anyway.
Sorry, student of God, I did miss your question there. Because I didn't understand the question. I was like, complete story. I'm like, aren't all stories complete? But
Yes,
this will be a complete.
Moonshine is fully written. They're all 6 books are fully written. This is the first book.
Yeah, so
So
it's just one of 6. Yeah.
yeah, so my production schedule, which I do with Star Noir and we're gonna do with Moonshine, it's every time we finish a book, the whole art team just takes one step over and we just continue with the next book. So there's it just kind of is a way for me to kind of keep everything very clean. I know exactly what we're doing. I don't have to kind of go, oh, this one needs extra pages, this needs less pages, this needs less panels. It's like, no, there's no confusion about any of that. I've already taken the time ahead of time to figure out what we're gonna do. So yeah, this is the first book.
Cool. And tell me a little bit about putting together this team. How did you meet the artist and the colorist and stuff?
I met Luke through Instagram. He was actually following a bunch of my Star Noir posts. My other comic book series that I do. And I was looking for artists. And I saw him. He started following me. I was looking at his portfolio, and I was just really drawn to it. You look at a bunch of different artists, and then every now and again one just really kind of jumps out at you. There's just kind of this unique art style. You can't really put your finger on it, but you want to like look at it like 18 times while while you're watching TV at night. And so I really dug his style. I reached out to him. He was like, I love Westerns. He loved the script. And his last name is Luke, is Horseman, as Luke Horseman. So I just thought it was like pretty fitting to work with an artist for a Western, and his name is Luke Horseman.
Yeah, that's cool.
But he's great. All of his Judge Dredd stuff for 2000 AD also looks awesome. And he brought a lot of that stuff into Moonshine. So he's really cool. He's very easy to work.
When you say Judge Dredd, is he a British dude or?
Yeah,
I always
yeah,
picture all Brit.
Yeah.
I wonder if Americans can even draw Judge Dredd. I would be, if anyone asked me to, I would be like, I'm not worthy. I can't. I'd get
his
laughed out of the room if I
his
just tried.
emails contain the word rubbish. Sometimes
Yeah.
it makes me laugh. But yeah, Luke's really cool. He's like really gung ho about this series. And then we also created an Akira style like cover variant, where we kind of recreated
Is that if I scroll down, is it?
it's
somewhere?
actually
I've
higher.
seen
You
it.
you scroll past
Oh,
it a
okay.
little bit. You scroll
Cool.
past it there. It's right. Ooh, a little farther down. You went past it again. Almost. Keep going. Yeah, almost there.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so we made this as a cover variant. It's there's like 10 of these cover variants left. It's a dueling pistols is the reward tier to grab that.
Oops, where is it?
Yes, that's a new reward tier that we added last Thursday. And yeah, that's really been people have been snatching that one up. So yeah, that was fun to make. I even had the letterer like recreate the Japanese lettering that you see on the original Akira poster. So that was cool to kind of do like a pop culture print in addition to the regular cover.
Has that been getting good feedback and requests and everything?
Yeah,
It looks
people
good.
are really drawn to this cover. Actually, for a lot of the campaign, I had it as just a print. I was thinking too simplistically, just like, oh, it's just like a fun thing. I'll just slip in with the comic. And then people were messaging me about like making this a cover variant. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, no problem. And so we did that. And so yeah, people have been grabbing them. So
How many covers do you have on the campaign? Is it 2 then, or
just two. It's
Okay.
the main cover with the moon there, and then the Moonshine one, and then the
both those covers are legit? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
So yeah, if you want to kind of go, oh wow, another one went out the door. So there's 9 left now, not even 10. There's 9 left.
Oh, did we
So,
get a backing while we've been talking at all, or is it,
I don't know.
oh,
I
just
just
in the
noticed
past,
that the
like a
number.
little bit?
I
Yeah.
noticed that the number had ticked down to 9 for that item. So
Oh,
that's cool.
gotcha. Yeah, on Indiegogo, you have to refresh to see if you get new backers. And I have
Yeah.
a rule that if you refresh and it doesn't go up, then somewhere in the world a puppy died. So you have to like
Oh no.
not update. You have to be scared about updating. But on Kickstarter, I think it just updates automatically. So we just
Yeah.
wait and we'll see.
Yeah.
But there's 10 people watching, everyone. Definitely take a look at both these campaigns, Moonshine and Wingless. These are 2 great Kickstarter crowdfunded direct to customer books. Both these creators, this is like it's like the 6th for John and 7th for Tony. So
Yeah.
obviously like been doing it a while. These books are very high quality. Highly recommended.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
I
fun. We kind of just met through cross promotion on Kickstarter.
I got a backer favorite moniker on Kickstarter. I don't know how much clout that gives me. I looked it up and it was basically like, oh yeah, backers like that you kind of deliver books and you know they feel like there's a lot of confidence in your projects. And I was like, oh okay, cool. So
Cool. Yeah, that's
um,
all. That's actually sounds kind of nice. Yeah, so that's good to if people know that, because I
Yeah, it
guess
helps
it's like
backers see who you are and like if you actually deliver and all that jazz. Yeah.
that's because that's kind of a big thing really with
Mhm.
backers
Yeah.
is like, and that's
but
something like people want to know like how much of the book has been completed is often a
Ye-
question,
Mhm.
yeah.
and like even with this one is this one all been drawn? Did you mention that, Tony?
I would say like over a quarter of it is done fully, like letters and colors and everything.
Okay.
And so yeah, so we just basically we did this with Star Noir too, where we like took like a chunk of it to kind of do like a proof of concept almost. So it was like, well, this is what it could be with this team. And yeah, so we're like working on it while we're trying to fund it at the same time. Also, Man on the Moon is the reward tier to grab the physical book if you want to just get the one book. You scroll past
Okay.
it's down a little ways.
Oh, gotcha.
It's
Yeah, it helps with like the little images down here.
yeah,
Knowing
yeah.
what
There you
is
go.
on.
Yeah, Man
Yeah,
on the
so
Moon.
that
Yeah. So if you're
the simple, just get the book.
yeah, the simple, just get the book. No frills. I also have like Star Noir as add-ons. So if you missed any of those books, you can add them as add-ons, and they're all and everything has digitals. So you have digital options as well.
Yeah, cool. Cool. Yeah, looks great. I think let's pivot to Wingless, and
Yeah.
we'll come back and we'll kind of do a deeper dive on the perks and like maybe kind of re-pitch it and re-detail because we'll be like halfway through the stream by then. So if we have new people coming in or whatever.
Yeah, no
Um,
problem.
So, John, so with Wingless, yeah, what's the history of the idea? Where did it come from?
Oh man, this is the funny one. I was asked this multiple times, and I literally have the hardest time remembering where this came from. Like I honestly don't remember where the idea came from, other than a few different things that I just kind of put together, and ended up creating the story. Other than me wanting to do, something about disability, something to do with animals, And then I threw in some fun stuff like superhero serum, right? Like, so Phase is it's made by Phase Pharmaceuticals in the story, and Phase works in 3 stages. So you get 1 superpower in the first phase, if you don't die first, and then the second one you get later on, and then the third one you get later on, right? So you end up getting like 3 superheroes. And it was labeled under the guise of like curing cancer and all that jazz. And the main villain in the story, Crowbar, he's a crow, and his beak is actually forked like a crowbar. So it all kind of came together to be like the perfect villain. So he ends up he has a history with Astro's family that will be revealed throughout the series, but he is attacking Central Park, where they live in issue 1, and he because of that history, some pretty horrible things happened, but he had attacked multiple times in the past, and that's stated in issue 1, and they failed. Well, because he got this serum on accident, it gave him the power of mind control. So Crowbar has the power of mind control as a bird. And he uses other animals to attack Central, ultimately killing Astro's parents and setting off this path of vengeance for Astro, the main character. But there's a lot of depth to Crowbar, why he attacked Central, why he ended up killing Astro's parents in particular. Yeah, like I said, this is a 8-issue series. This is the second one. So there's a lot to it, a lot of depth. And again, I know your original question was where it come from, but it's like the hardest thing for me to remember, man. It just all flooded in at once, and it was one of those super organic. I started writing, and by the time I was done, I was like, I have to make this book. Like, it just all came together.
Cool. Is it like what is that when it feels like it's writing itself? Kind of, you write it pretty fast.
100%. That's exactly what it was. It was just like, oh, I'm through 3 issues, and it's only been 3 days. It's like getting through an issue a day, and it just felt everything that happens was led by the character. So the story is completely led by the characters making choices. So Astro, every single thing that happens, has a repercussion, and because of that, the story just happened. If I thought Astro did this, that took the story in that direction. And then same thing for the villains and other characters.
Cool. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, looks awesome.
Yeah, I started out writing it as a kid's book, and it changed pretty quickly because all my stories get really dark really quick, and I cannot figure out how to not do that. Like, it's really hard for me to not go that direction. And so I just leaned into it. I had some friends.
Just give it to kids anyway. They can take it.
I mean,
these kids can take it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it was like, are you worried that, parents, whatever. I'm like, screw it, man. You need to go outside. You need to get cut up. You need to read dark books. You need to learn life lessons. I'm just going to lean into this. And so issue 2 gets a bit darker. And, there is some really hard hitting subjects in issue 2. This character you're watching on there, this is Dante. He's a character, whether I tried to pitch it in a way you don't know who he is. You don't know if he's a foe or maybe a possible friend, right? Or something in between. So, there's a lot of depth to even Dante. Dante, fun fact, is like when I was writing him, I thought about this bat that lived in Batman's cave and kind of watched him train and all this stuff. And that's where his background came from. I can't use Batman, of course, in the story. I'd get screwed over. But I was thinking like that'd be a fun background story to his character and how he learned to fight, so there's all these little offshoots that end up happening from the story.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. That's cool. Like lore that can just be in your head, even, and the fact it just
that could be like a one shot, Dante, and his whole story. His name is the Bloodline, so it has a superhero feel to it. Like these actually like his name is Bloodline. He has like this character superhero name, and he's known for that in the past. So it's interesting.
Yeah. Hey guys, look who's here. Look who decided to join us.
Dude, I thought it was at 10.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I thought it was starting at 10.
No, so that means you're 15 minutes early. So that's nice, I guess. But I'm gonna double check and make sure I told you 6-1. I'm gonna slap you. if
7
I
p.m.
did.
Pacific. It's a 3-hour
No.
time difference.
No, I said 6 p.m. Pacific. I swear.
I'm looking at the message right now. Wait, you said wait, actually 6. Okay.
Yeah, come on. You need to learn to read your messages. You don't just read the ones you like and ignore the ones you don't like.
I didn't. I'm sorry, man. I apologize.
You know what's funny is we text too, and I might have texted it to you also, so I don't even know. But yeah,
It's
glad
my
to have
fault.
you.
I take full accountability for my actions.
Yeah, it's no big deal. We've been chit chatting. We'll be able to squeeze you in towards the end.
Okay.
Actually, what do they
As
call it
you
on
deserve.
late night if you get bumped?
I feel bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good. But so Vaughn, do you know John Schnell, Critical Reads, and you know Tony, right?
I know John. We had briefly talked on Kickstarter. Tony, I've heard of this man. No, I'm kidding. we were just at Terrificon together. We didn't, but
Yeah.
we were. It was busy on Saturday, dude.
Yeah, I felt like the day to actually go to people's tables was Friday, and then everything just got so busy Saturday and Sunday. There was just like no time. Like before I knew it, we were all packing up. And I was like, "Oh wow, it's another."
Yeah, I think because everyone had their people they wanted to go to on Friday. And then, which is often how it works.
Yeah, but it was a good show. I had a good time. Going to the Tiki Bar, that was great.
That was fun. Oh yeah, did we see each other there or no? Because I went there a couple times.
Yeah, I was there. With Johnny Cavuto and all those guys.
Oh, that's right. I did see you there. I forgot.
Where is Terrificon?
Oh, dude, it is my favorite con. It's literally on the other side of the country for you, but it is in Connecticut. It's at the Mohegan Sun. It's like a casino resort.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, maybe I go to at least one a year, and even on the East Coast, I guess. I went to Heroes Con last year or this year, and that was pretty awesome. And I saw Vaughn there. And stuff.
I've done so many cons, man. Holy crap! I co-created Binbox Comics, the indie publisher.
Oh,
nice. So me and my buddy, we actually did that together, and I learned pretty quickly I didn't want to be a publisher, and I just wanted to be a creator, and that was my passion. And so I gave my second half of the company to him. I just said, hey, I'll publish through you. I'll help support and promote the company, but ultimately I just want to be an independent creator and work on my own books and do my own thing. So he's a good friend of mine, and we grew up together. So.
What part of the country are you from?
All Florida, man. We did almost every con you can think of in Florida, except for the ones we couldn't get in.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, Florida has some good cons.
Oh, yeah.
Florida has some good comic culture. Yeah,
Dude,
and Texas maybe does.
Yeah, it's huge down here, dude. It's huge, bro. You go to like a manga. You can go to any con you want. You go to a manga, and people are stopping by like crazy, buying just these books right here. It's just
maybe I should consider hitting up some Florida conventions then, because I have a place there I could go. I just right now I've been mostly doing East Coast cons.
Hey,
Granite State next month.
If you
Florida
want,
still counts as the East Coast. It's the American.
All right, I just meant like up. We
do our so Bentbox did our first con at Dave & Buster's. We partnered with them and did our con inside of their place, and we partnered with them again right before I started doing my own thing, and they are doing like Halloween one this year at Dave & Buster's. So that was a lot of fun. It was a unique deal. You got food, you got games, stuff for the family. You get to pass through, buy stuff, go back out. It was cool.
Nice. Tony, what state do you live in?
I live in New York City. I live in New York City, Queens, where Spider-Man lives.
Nice.
Yeah, I do. Just a couple of local New York City ones, and then Terrificon was like the first time I did like a much larger convention. So I feel like I'm more primed for New York Comic Con if I can get into Artist Alley, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I applied for small press. Fingers crossed. But
that's
either
another
way, I'll be there.
Kind of cool comic hub. Does New York have a cool comic scene? Or
oh my god!
Oh yeah, for sure.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
It's not like it died or because of COVID or anything. Or
no.
Or it's like or it's like so hipster that it just sucks. That's like Portland. Portland has a big comic scene, but it's just so hipster that nobody cares.
Yeah. No, it's got a good comic scene. There's a lot of great comic shops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Cool. Well, let's take a quick look at Phenomenova, and then we'll circle back and look at the tiers, and then maybe we'll see where we're at. But that might be time to kind of get out of here.
The tears of sadness.
Yeah, again, I apologize.
Hey, no worries, Vaughn. We'll stream. I'll come on your channel, or you can
Yeah.
come on again sometime too. But,
Yeah, I'll get you on.
yeah. But Vaughn, your campaign's doing great. 230 is great.
Yeah.
It's still going. Almost
Yeah.
5 figures. What? Yeah.
We're so close to 5 figures, man. Yeah, we got a certain Per Berg cover, which I'm already like, I don't
here
want
we
to
are.
part ways with it, but I like having money for my business. So I was like, man, but I
Yeah.
have his original artwork, and a surprise, I was looking at it and I was like, what? I was like, did you tape the pages? I'm like, oh my God, this is just art on both sides. And you're like, yeah, there was an unused Vatican City page on the back of his cover art. So if you get Per's cover art, you also get that unused Vatican City page. So 2 pieces of art for $500. So, I mean, if you're crazy, don't get that. Or if, you want to save money, which is understandable. I want to save money. So I get
Yeah,
it.
because I had ordered new art boards, but they hadn't come yet, and I wanted to start your cover, so it's like I'll just draw on the back of something that I hate, and I had this.
You hated? Oh, you artist types. It's always like there's always something wrong.
I couldn't get rid of it fast enough. That's how much I loathed it. I looked at it every day and just felt rage, so I needed to get out of my house. But yeah,
All right.
so now it's enchanted, the whole art piece, because it has my hatred imbued within it as well.
Oh, so
But yeah, there's the original art, $500. We're on my channel. Maybe someone who wants to pick up original cover by Per Berg, grab that.
Yeah,
and
or just get the
posted.
cover itself. Only $15.
Yeah,
43
and here's the
pages
cover.
of story. 43 pages.
Yeah, grab this one.
Did you bet? I was gonna copy, man. If you want a different cover, but if you want a more,
Oh no, yeah, I backed and I got my own cover.
I was about to
Oh,
say, you backed your own cover.
I
I was like,
doxed my own backing here. That's funny. They just
I was
tell
like,
you what you got.
you were gonna get comps, but okay, thank you, I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
I should
give
have
you,
backed
like,
Wingless
one
and
extra
Moonshine
comp.
before the stream, so you guys could see which ones I grabbed too.
And then you just use a back credit card so you don't have to pay later.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about this briefly, but there is something with like the economy, I guess. And this is how I remember again, like if you go back a few years, it was like a gold rush almost. And I've talked to people and I'm like, how does that work with the math? I'm like, even me, just for I feel like, yeah, if my monthly budget goes up, I just back more books that I can afford, So it's like, what can I afford? And then can I back those books? And is it scrimping? Can I squeeze it? And yeah, like these, I would 100% back them without even thinking 2 years ago. And like now I got to think about it is all. And I'll catch like when it's collected or if I don't back them. But I really want to back them.
Per, you let me on your channel, man. I'll send you over. You don't gotta back it, man. I'll send you over PDF when everything's done, dude. People like you that allow us to come on the channel, man. It's worth it to me to send you something like that for sure.
Well, I think it's good research to like read other indie books too, and I don't know, especially good ones, and keeps you on your toes and keeps you sharp, humbles you, kind of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, these books look great, man.
So Vaughn, why don't you pitch Phenomenova? I gotta say too, Phenomenova, it's growing on me, the title, but it took 3 books.
I listen, I get it. It took me a few days. So when I first it was Living Legends, and it was like I had to come with the title, and at first I went into like a manic state and was writing down like all the adjacent possible words.
Yeah.
And then I mashed Phenomenon and Nova together, and that's how. But anyway, so I go to bed that night going Phenomenova, I like it, and then I'm laying in bed, I go, actually I hate it, this sucks. And then the next morning I wake up, I'm like, it's good the whole day. Same thing again the next day, and finally I'm like asked a few people, and they're like, no, I liked it, and I was like, you know what? I'm paying for the logo design right now, so I can't reverse the change. I like it right now, and that's sometimes you have to just do that. But I think this is my best issue yet. And And Phenomenova is a superhero story set 20 years after World War III and follows a brand new generation of heroes. The first 2 issues, we followed the son of a veteran and his origin story. But his first outing as a superhero ended in disaster. And now we're kind of picking up and seeing the chain reaction of events that occurred at the reactor. So we follow Estrella, who's a superhero detective who can absorb the memories of the world around her through physical contact. And then she's absorbing and kind of combining it with memories she absorbed from Miles and also her own team's memories and figuring out why did the villains get in the reactor? What were they trying to steal? What went wrong? And we're seeing the villains fighting. So it's a bit of a mystery, also some superhero action in there. So if you like any of that stuff, I think you'll like this book.
Cool. Yes. Oh, and it's a harem manga too. Is the other
It
thing.
is not.
Because I've read I've read it because I do the covers. So he sent me the script and it's great. But it's my favorite harem manga that I've ever read, which is I've only read one.
It's funny because because it just happened to be so issue 2 because the characters there's like a whole team and happened to be that all the characters that fit most in issue 2 that I introduced first happened to be all the chicks. So for a while, it was the main character surrounded by the girls for like an issue. And I'm like, no, the whole series isn't like this. It just happens to be.
No, issue 3 is a little like that too. Yeah, because he gets recruited. He gets recruited into the main team, and it's all these hot babes. I'm like, oh, this is a fun like
recruited.
3, 4. Okay, actually, it's a couple of them. Actually, I realized. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you see him on the cover, like and you're like, oh, maybe they'll fall in love with him over time. Maybe they'll make a man of him. Is there that scene coming up, Vaughn?
He's on the Sigma grind set right now.
Yeah, what do they call that?
They're out of his league.
He's
To be
in monk
honest, right
mode.
now they're out of his league because you just showed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be like the annoying anime thing. Like, all right, there was this one anime that like I just could not get into because I wanted to slap the main character because he had like anti-riz. Like he would this girl would be like throwing himself at him, be like, and I'm like, dude, like I'm against bullying, but like I want to shove you in a locker. Like it was like
I think what people get addicted to is like almost like when they aren't hooking up, but you kind of want them to.
Yeah.
And manga does that a lot. And you know what did that was like Friends, the early Friends when it was taken off. I'm dating myself, but that's like whatever Ross and Rachel, the early arc of them falling in love is like you'll accidentally, if you get into it, you'll accidentally watch like 12
How I Met Your Mother. Yeah.
Yeah, they do that too. Yeah. Yep. So anyway, just do that, Vaughn. Watch all of Friends and How I Met Your Mother, and then do a harem manga. That's my advice.
Yeah. I'll take your word for it.
I'm good.
Yeah. What are you doing in your research? Because you're like a young gun retracing history by reading a bunch of stuff. What are you watching and reading?
Oh, I just finished Claremont's X-Men run, so I'm finally jumping back on that. And then I'm going to finish New Teen Titans, probably, are my go-tos. The original New Teen Titans, obviously. I don't mean new.
I kind of like the idea that you can kind of curate your own influences. Do you guys do that at all? Like maybe we do it just accidentally, but Tony or John, do you guys like specifically if you're gonna like write like a fantasy, do you like watch a bunch of fantasy or something? Or
I've already watched so much fantasy.
Yeah.
I did that with the Western, a bunch of, reading East to West. Also like, Hateful Eight, Deadwood, Tombstone, Red Dead. So
Red Dead. There we go.
Yeah, those are all some good ones.
You seen The Searchers? That's a good one.
No, I haven't seen that. Wild
John
Bunch.
Wayne.
Wild Bunch is great movie.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, it's a great one. That's a Western I think still holds up. Like for like a modern audience, I think the Wild Bunch, like I think it was a little ahead of its time. It was kind of like it was like an OG, like 10-pole Western. But pre all the modern blockbuster stuff that we have now.
Yeah.
They say like Westerns, obviously they were huge, and then they say that they became postmodern with the Italian Western, and then they kind of Western, then they kind of died.
Yeah.
And then there was maybe nothing, but I'm like, it seems like now the Western's back. Like if you just check
Mhm.
streaming, there's actually like 20 or more, 40, 50 Westerns you could watch. And a lot of them are good too. So
Yeah, it's great to see it start to circle back.
yeah, it's a good path back because they're just kind of simple, or they're a cool kind of story. I don't know.
Just
yeah,
like they're on the moon.
battling the hostile environment of the moon. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Vaughn, how come yours isn't like a Western?
How come my
Oh,
superhero
there's the
book
back.
isn't a
Look at this. So
Western?
this is the unused art. Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt you. But yeah, this is trash. Don't buy this anyway. It should just burn. Vaughn, you should just burn it.
I'm not doing that. That's a bad. Not only would I not do that because I like it, but it's also a bad business decision.
Yeah. Cool. I did
Put out
one
each
since I've
panel.
talked to you. I did that. This cover got me one other cover gig too, and that will be revealed at some point. And maybe I'll get another. Look what I randomly stopped scrolling on. You see that?
Yeah, it's 12K. 12K. Everyone gets that trading card. We can get there.
You just
can
got
get there.
$1,000 off that screenshot alone.
Yeah. 12K as in like 4K, but 12K.
What? Hello?
What's 4K when you can zoom in all the way and keep zooming? You know what I'm
No, I'm saying 12K is the stretch goal to get that trading card.
saying? No, you're saying 8K resolution, but 4K is what you're saying. 12K.
What? We got the mini.
Stop
print.
confusing yourself, Vaughn.
You're confusing me, dude. We got 6 different covers, and there was the 48-hour cover. If you missed it, don't worry, you can get it, but you have to back all 6 covers to get it. Otherwise, it's gone. Not going to be on any other platforms.
So yeah, so I kind of have a pitch for this too, and it's like fun. How many series is it going to be, Vaughn?
How many issues?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be going for the foreseeable future, baby. But Aiden.
Oh yeah, because you were saying because you were like no, issue 48, blah 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 blah. So that's kind of fun.
Oh yeah, no, I want to go for a while, dude. I'm inspired. Like Claremont's X-Men run ran for 17 years, dude. Monthly issues.
Yeah,
I love
and
that.
it can
if
you go that long, the comic can kind of evolve with you as you need it and stuff. That's part of the fun. Actually, I was reading Cerebus. You guys remember that one by Dave Sim?
Yeah, I haven't read it yet.
It's like that. Like it's long as shit, and it just changes as he changes because of what he feels like writing or whatever.
Yeah, I think
it's
like
cool.
I have long-term plans with this series, and but again, the first 8 issues will be the first story arc. But this is kind of capping off that initial reactor portion. So in a way, this is kind of capping off the first 3 issues while also introducing the title team. It only took us 3 issues, but we're finally here. So that's exciting.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, so this is like a bit kind of this big creation, this big series by Vaughn. Vaughn's kind of one of the preeminent young creators, if not the number one. There's one other I really like and follow. And I think it's fun to
Who is it? I gotta mess him up. Who is it?
Yeah, I know. I'll pit you guys against each other. But yeah, I mean, but that's like you're not like the diversity hire because of your youth. You know what I mean? And you're losing.
Well, I didn't think about that until now. Thank you.
yeah. You're losing your youth as we speak too. So it won't even.
It's
be
true.
A thing.
True. I'm gonna be hitting the wall soon, dude.
Yeah. So Vaughn's about to hit the wall. So support him now before he hits rock bottom.
Yeah.
Before he hits his midlife crisis.
Dude, if I hit my midlife crisis soon, that's scary.
Yeah.
I hope I live longer.
But also reading the script was fun, and I've kept up on this series. It's like a fun series. It is the kind of thing too. Like, I mean, like we've talked about this, but the first one is like all set up, and it's sort of standard, but that's just the way it has to be. Yeah. And now it's starting to get into some cool shit, basically.
I told him it was going to get more like this issue. I think while it looks like the most superhero-y, and it is the most superhero-y issue, I also think it's the most experimental issue in terms of storytelling. I think I did a lot of stuff that was kind of unconventional while also telling a superhero story.
It's got some fun structural stuff. So cool.
Yeah.
So everyone, just make sure everyone knows.
I like it.
Yeah.
I wrote it.
Everyone who's watching and people watching this later, make sure you check it out. Just know it exists and back it if you can. And let's circle to Moonshine. We'll do a final kind of check in on each campaign, letting them know if we got later viewers or whatever. But let's maybe go down the tiers. Want to do that, Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the dueling pistols, is this both covers?
Yeah, this the Akira style cover variant.
Nice.
And then also the lunar one. So you get both together. So
Cool.
yeah, that one's I got
this
9.
is the two where the two covers are both really good. That's the most I've ever seen that of like where they're both awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have 9 of those. Yeah, I think 9 of those left of the 25 that we set up for it.
Oh yeah, so yeah, definitely grab that.
So this is a thank you tier $10 that I've done it for every campaign. Most people kind of don't skip right over it. You get your name in the back of the book. It's really just for like the occasional TikTok person I run into that's like, I really like it. Here's $10. But
cool.
most people just get the book. But yeah, if you just kind of like, want to support us, just like, hey, I supported this thing, your name will be in the back of the book forever. So that'll be cool.
Yeah.
So this is the digital tier. You just kind of straight the 48 pages, just the story, no extra fixins. Yeah. So there's extra stuff that we put in the book to make it more well-rounded. So yeah, that's just a story. This one's like a digital deluxe. There's like wallpapers. There's like a behind the scenes kind of just showing the art process, kind of figure out how we kind of put some of the lunar western together with some explanations for that. So it's a more meaty digital tier.
Cool.
Man on the Moon, as we mentioned before, that's your main entry point just to get the book. Perfect bound book. We put some extras in there and on top of the story. And yeah, it gets nice shipped to you in a nice Gemini mailer, all comfy cozy, wrapped up. So yeah, that's the main entry point. It's the main star.
Nice. Looks great.
This one is a postcard print tier, so we take a couple of panels, put them on a 4x6 postcard. You put them with the comic book, and then you get everything else that comes before it. So all of the digital extras and everything that came before it.
Cool.
This is a sticker pack. We did it for Star Noir. Here we have it here. So yeah, we just do stuff with Sticker Mule. We get a bunch of we just create a bunch of designs. Got aliens. You got the moon. You got rovers riding the robotic horses. You got we broke up the Akira print a little bit and put it as a couple of stickers in there. So,
cool.
You get everything. Yeah.
Or sorry, is stickers, is that a complicated process with Sticker Mule, or is it pretty?
No, I found it to be pretty straightforward. It's just sort of like design the area and then they kind of ship it to you. So it's
cool.
pretty straightforward. It's not bad. And then this is like the first, like if you want the Akira print as just like a print, like there's like a 6x9 version of it that we'll put with the comic. So you can get that with all the other stuff that came before it. And if you get the dueling pistols, you get this on top of the variant cover as well. So it's like an extra print that you can have.
Oh, cool. Nice.
This one's the poster of the cover, the cowboys riding around the moon. So if you kind of want that as like a poster size, you can grab that.
Nice. And mailing 11x17s, that's something I've been scared of in the past too, but yeah mailing tube works good.
Yeah, the mailing tube is great. Yeah, we have really good ones. Cool. And then this one's the Akira print as a poster size. So if you want a large one, a 6x9 one, and you want the cover variant, you can get all of that stuff together.
Nice. Give one to a friend then or something.
Yeah, right. And this is one that we did with Star Noir. It's just to be drawn in the book. A couple of spots are left. So Star Noir, backers wanted to be drawn into it. That was a really big popular tier, so we brought it back for Moonshine. And there's 2 spots left if you
cool.
if you want to see yourself as a lunar cowboy.
It's just a few hours left and almost fully funded. Everyone consider this. Maybe that'd be a cool one. Pull in on.
And there's all the early birds, all the stuff that we did on day 1. That's all sorted out already.
Okay. Yeah, and then the early bird stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's good. Lots of options. So like a lot of cool prints, a lot of standout art, stickers, some bonuses you can get, and then the
Yep.
books, and then you can get Star Noir as an add-on kind of project.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
everything's
I've been meaning to check that out.
there's digitals for Star Noir as well if you want to grab digitals as well.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Well,
there's a
yeah,
lot.
it looks great, man. Yeah, I mean, early on we were saying like this looks like an image book, but like yeah, it's really good, competing just straight up with the mainstream. That's fun to see. I kind of hope it does well, and I hope it continues to do well. It's good to see. We're all kind of rooting for meritocracy a little bit, I
Yeah.
think too.
Yeah, it's a really fun book. Yeah, I think if you love westerns, if you love something like Red Dead Redemption, I think you'll really get a kick out of this one.
Oh yeah.
Because it's of all the westerns, I would say that Red Dead Redemption is kind of like the biggest influence in making it. That's why there's like a lunar duel right there.
Nice.
Yeah, so yeah, six books. Each one's about 50 pages long. Really just big epic western that's told in lunar phases. The story gets brighter as you read it with each book. There's a lunar eclipse that happens in one of the books where the color palette turns red, which is really cool. Yeah, just a very, very epic western. Just suicide mission to the far side with a lot of people dying along the way. So,
And this is part 1 of 6.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, this is the first book.
I like kind of like instantly digestible subgenres too. They work for pitching, but I like them for writing. I like it when I hear them. But suicide mission, that's one. Any suicide mission story. There've been many, and they're all fun, and each one's different. You can make it your own. But it's a cool way to tell a story. A cool structure underlying a lot of times with the suicide mission.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun.
It's a good one, kind of like that. There's one called The Proposition. You ever heard of that? That one you might like. It's an Australian Western, and it stars Guy Pearce, and it's like written by like a musician who's kind of famous. I can't think of his name. But anyway, it's a suicide mission-ish story kind of thing.
Okay, cool.
Just a random rec there for you.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
All right, John, let's go over the tiers real fast.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So what do we got here?
Yeah, so catch up tier, that's a physical copy of issue 1 and the current campaign issue 2. Pretty straightforward, just catch up to physical copies. The digital tier, and with the physical copies and with all of them, you will get issue 1 for free digitally. So if you get the digital tier for issue 2, you do get issue 1 for free.
Okay, cool.
Same thing with any copy.
Yeah, because 20 is pretty affordable. That's good.
Yeah. Main cover by itself, if you're return and you just want the digital as well for free, and you can get that for $12.
Cool.
That the cover there is done by Veronica Saracino. She's the interior artist. Same thing with the second cover here, and there are some unique things with these covers that I can touch on, like this comes with a cape. So if you get the limited edition Astro cover, it actually comes with his cape from the book. I try to implement things that are actually from the story, and that cape has a lot of history to it. In issue 1, his mother made it for him. He can't fly, obviously, as a baby. He doesn't have wings. So she made that for him as like his baby blanket and carries him around the park like a stork. So he ends up, after everything happens in issue 1, he takes that cape and he takes it as part of his, his superhero costume more or less. But it's also a symbol of hiding his disability as well. So my wife and I are hand making those, and those will come with that book.
Cool.
Yeah. And then the third cover, that's done by Matt Ratliff. This one comes with the serum, the face serum. So of course, these are being handmade as well. We're ordering some vials off of Amazon, and then we're going to fill them up with some green glue and put the face sticker on there, and that'll come with that cover if you back that one.
Yeah.
And all the covers from issue 2, including the PDFs, all PDFs. And then you can get the pretty much everything bundle, which is the next one. And that's, all the physical copies, so from issue 1, and then all the issue 2 covers, and then you get both the vial of phase, and you get the handmade little cape there as well.
Cool. Yeah, that's very affordable. That's a lot of fun. That's a good one.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool,
And
yeah,
that's
it looks good.
yeah, it's very very book centric. Just book forward. But I wanted to throw in a few fun things with the books if you buy them, rather than throwing them in on as add-ons. I have a bunch of add-ons books that I've written in the past. They're all a lot of fun. So
Cool. Yeah,
check it out.
it looks great. Yeah, both these I'm pretty excited for. You guys have it's worked on me, all the pitching.
I really appreciate it, man. Put a lot of heart into it.
Yeah. Vaughn, let's go over real fast some of these tiers. So what do we got?
In case you forgot,
We got the best tier right here.
The pair bird
$15.
cover, of course. Well, the true best tier is everything,
Yeah.
including-
Yeah.
of course. But then you got, physical catch up. If you are a newbie and you haven't read Phenomenova yet, you can catch up with physical copies for $45. Then, of course, you could just get any of the covers. They're all the same price. The difference is the variant covers will be limited. But it's $15 per copy of Phenomenova issue 3, regardless of the cover. We also have the digital catch up, which is $15. It's $5 per issue, or just $5 if you want the issue 5. We also have, speaking of $5, if you want a mini print, we got a Phenomenova mini print, and we got a Storm Bears mini print. Both of those $5 each. They just go right in with your order.
Are those add-ons then?
Yeah, those are add-ons.
Cool.
We also have, of course, we got Pear's original artwork. If you like Bobby's cover, we got that original artwork. If you like Zach's cover, we got that original artwork. So we got a fair amount of original artwork on the campaign too. Tons of options for you. And like I said, if you aren't sure, Phenomenova issues 1 and 2 are available to read right now in Global Comics. I'm featured on the front page right now. So go ahead and check that out. And then once you go, this book is great, I want the third one. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, everyone
It's so
take
close.
heed.
5 figures. I was about to say 6 figures. Hell no. We're not close to that at all. We're
Oh,
close.
there's the everything tier, and that's a lot of stuff. Look at that. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, because I realized, because I was like, if sometimes people just scroll through campaigns and just hit everything, and I'm like, I'd rather than just tell them, oh, you didn't actually get everything because the add-ons are. I'm just like, you know what? No, just throw them in. Its own tier.
Yeah.
Some people don't like to read.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, back cover. Oh, some of the original art here. Yeah. Yeah, this is all looking great.
Bobby's issue 2 back cover. Bobby's issue 3 front. We also have the VIP tier, which is basically 5 of everything, including the day 1 trading card. If you missed that. So if you throw $500,
that's how you sneak in
nice
with that limited edition. Yeah.
Yeah. If you throw enough money, I could look the other way.
Oh yeah, nice. That's the way it should be. That's good.
Well, with crowd, especially you're paying for a book that doesn't. The book is 21 pages have been. Is it 21 or 22? 21 pages have been inked. I got the thumbnails for 22 and 23, and I should be. My colorist said I'm getting a batch of colors tonight, so look forward to that.
Cool. All right. Well, let's do a little circle. Tell everyone where we can find you, and we might be getting out of here in a second. But so Moonshine, everyone. Though obviously we've been looking at it. It looks amazing. Tony, great job.
Thanks.
Yeah, really looking good. But yeah, where can people find you?
On Instagram at BananaBat, on Twitter, X, or whatever you call it, at T/J.
Yeah. Caleb, are you going to pick one of these in back? You should consider it. Give the NOODGE. The NOODGE is your power.
Oh, I do follow you on. Okay, so I was going to say Banana Bat. I didn't remember, but I guess I do follow you. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And John, where can we find you?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter X at John Writes Comics with an X. You might have seen me around. And then I have a YouTube channel called Critical Reads where we spotlight indie creators. I actually did one on Rainy today that launched on 3:30, and I'm getting used to the whole editing thing, but I'm gonna be spending a lot of my time there.
Oh, so maybe, yeah. Do you guys hear that? Check out Critical Reads YouTube channel because there's a video on Rainy. I want to watch that, later tonight or something. I'll check it out.
Sure.
Sub your channel. Cool. Yep. Yeah. And then Phenomenova. Vaughn, where can we find you?
So you can find me on YouTube here. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok. I'm everywhere, man. I'm all over the place. I'm on Facebook.
You're on Facebook, you
Dude, you
geriatric.
gotta get on Facebook. Pear, do you realize how good it is for networking with Kickstarter? Very, very good. You got to get on there, man.
What do you do? Do you post on Facebook groups or
there's
something?
tons of Facebook groups. You friend people. There's a lot of stuff.
What is this
people
friending? What is this? The Wall. Have you heard of the Wall? Did you post on your wall? on Facebook?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what's worked. All right. So
Okay.
that's where you could find me. So make sure to check that out. Check out my channel. I do all sorts of stuff. I do a lot of shorts whenever I can get around to it. And yeah.
Cool. Yep, looks great. All three of these look great. Thank you guys for joining me.
Sorry
Yeah.
for being late.
And yeah, and a few of these, what it's like, they're getting close, but Moonshine is just a few hours left. So everyone keep in mind.
Guys. Get Moonshine fun.
Where is it? Yeah, 36 hours. And yeah, so close. So we can really, in the old days, we used to come together and get this stuff funded. So if we can do that, I'll tweet it out too. We'll see if, just let everyone know it's so close. Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, very close.
Yeah,
that's fun to be
We're
a part of it as a backer if you can help a campaign.
Yeah.
Tony and I are like very close. Tony, we'll get you over. Yeah, I mean you'll get over.
It will. It might, you
But
know,
I'd
the way
like to
things
see
go,
you
like
stress a
it'll
little less.
if you, hopefully, yeah, not to jinx it, but hopefully it'll like, 11, 12, 15, whatever. 15.
Dude, I remember the first because people when you get backers overnight, that's the best. But the worst, I remember the first. It was because it's the first couple of days of the campaign. It's just that, and then it goes, no. It's like what was crazy with my campaign is I hit the dry spot way earlier than usual, but then it started going back to being normal. But I was like, it was like blowing, and it wasn't even like a gradual. Just like I was like, jeez.
Yeah.
I was like,
No,
oh my God.
that just happened to me on my campaign. It's like enlightenment testing of suffering. It's
It
like,
wants you to suffer.
Yeah.
It's
It wants-
People running for like
it's good
15
for your
days
mental health.
just to get it over with.
Is it good for my mental health? I'm gonna have to disagree.
Well, it's so bad for your mental health that it forces you to disconnect from trauma, and that's good for you. I don't know.
Yeah, I always think about it like the spawn power meter always goes down every time I do another one of these campaigns. So I
Oh yeah, it's like draining you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I know. I wonder what it'd be like if just funded on day one and just relaxing.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One
next
day.
time I'll set it to $1 and we'll just kind of
Oh,
Yeah.
we'll just run the table.
Get that 15,000% funded.
Yes. A bajillion
Yeah,
percent.
there you go.
Bone, are you new? Hello. Check out these
You're
books.
early.
Don't forget to check out links in the description for all these books. But yeah, it's the NOODGE. Lots of good indie comics, direct to customer comics, competing with the mainstream straight up. We're doing a little spotlight on them. But
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah, man.
All right, I'm gonna click the button. It'll end. Guys, hang on just a second. We'll say hi briefly behind the scenes and get out of here. But sound good?
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, I clicked it,
Like
so
that.
now I wave. This is